Valrin had never attempted to sleep on a ship at sea. In fact, of the many small boats he had been on in his life, this was the first actual ship he'd really spent much time on at all. He awoke to sunlight coming through the window above his head. The rank smell of the wood by his head caused him to curl his nose, and he threw his feet over the edge of the bed. He stood up, surprised he had not awoken earlier, and then immediately thought of his Aunt Tua. Now he understood why she did not like the light, why she was only in the dark. She had the blood of a vampire. She'd been bitten, and that was what she had run to the north for. He touched the pendant around his neck and exhaled. He was deeply saddened by the events, but there was a curiosity in the air, a feeling under his feet, like there was much more within his reach than before. The ship lurched, and he struggled to stand. His stomach turned and felt queasy. He needed fresh air. He made his way to a dark wooden door and pushed it open. The blow of a salty but icy breeze hit him, and he looked around to see glaciers. It was very bright outside too. He recalled back just as Idanos came around the corner. "You're going to need a bit more warmth out here than you're used to. The winds of Dim blow upon us with a howl." It must have been obvious to the captain that Valrin wasn't feeling well, because as soon as they were back in the captain's quarters, Adonis handed him a jar of crushed herbs. "For the ocean shakes your stomach is having. You will get used to it in time." Valrin took a few of the leaves and chewed them. They were harshly bitter and sent a tingle to his nose. But in a few seconds he was feeling better. Adonis went to a wooden chest with black brackets and pulled out a large coat. "It is a bit big for you, but I believe it would work until we can find something better. I can get you something more appropriate soon. Rodo's repairs are holding, but we need to resupply and perhaps find some more men." "Thank you," Valrin said, "for taking me in." "Do not thank me. I only did what was right. I know that in time, all of our paths will make more sense. I had thought it was the end of our quest when our centermast was destroyed, but now I have more faith in it overall." Adonis went to an alcove in the room where a kettle was hung. He touched it with his fingertips. "Good, it's still warm. Do you like coffee?" He nodded. After serving 2 cups of the black brew, Adonis sat down with him. "What questions do you have for me?" he asked. Valrin couldn't think of any questions on the fly. He stared at the captain who drank his coffee and simply waited. He didn't feel rushed. He didn't even feel nervous. This was the first stranger he'd felt completely calm with in his entire life. He took a sip of his coffee. It was a bit bitter, but still good. He looked down at the pendant around his neck. "Storm children, or Stormborn, you say you are one too?" I am. That necklace shows your ties to the sea and passage to a place that, well, you are lucky to be able to go." "So you have one too?" "I did, but it was taken from me when I was very young. You were lucky to be left on an island like you were. I was not so lucky. I ended up on an island of unscrupulous characters, and many just simply hoping I was worth something on the market. I spent time as a servant boy, if you can imagine it, and the only valuables I was left with were my hands. I had a few friends, if you could call them that. My necklace went to the king of the Barbs, the dwarf king Rugag spoke of. But he never knew what it was. Not yet, at least. So they know what it is. They could go to this place too." He nodded. "They can, but they cannot find it. There is an old secret, a weapon in both sight and words. It is a powerful object, and unlike any other, attained to children such as you and me. It is something that binds to your very life force. It becomes a part of you. I have never seen it, but I know of it." Valrin laughed. "It sounds like some spiritual thing." "Yes, something like that, I guess. In the end, my goal has always been to get my jewel back. I've traveled over many waters, and for many nights stared at the stars looking for my purpose. I have found it, and we go to a town where there is someone who can help us.